English Stories 360 presents Emerald Tablets of Thoth. The history of the tablets is strange and beyond the belief of modern scientists. Their antiquity is stupendous, dating back some 36,000 years BC. The writer is Thoth, an Atlantean priest king who founded a colony in ancient Egypt after the sinking of the mother country. He was the builder of the Great Pyramid of Giza, erroneously attributed to Cheops. In it, he incorporated his knowledge of the ancient wisdom and secret records and instruments of ancient Atlantis. For some 16,000 years, he ruled the ancient race of Egypt. From approximately 52,000 BC to 36,000 BC, this ancient barbarous race was raised to a high degree of civilization. Thoth was an immortal. That is, he had conquered death, passing only when he willed, and even then not through death. His vast wisdom made him ruler over the various Atlantean colonies, including those in South and Central America. When the time came for him to leave Egypt, he erected the Great Pyramid over the entrance to the great halls of Amenti, placed his records within it, and appointed guards for his secrets from among the highest of his people. In later times, the descendants of these guards became the pyramid priests, worshipping Thoth as the god of wisdom and recorder during the Age of Darkness which followed his passing. In legend, the halls of Amenti became the underworld, the halls of the gods to which the soul passed after death for judgment. During later ages, the ego of Thoth passed into the bodies of men as described in the tablets. As such, he incarnated 3 times, his last being known as Hermes the Thriceborn. In this incarnation, he left the writings known to modern occultists as the Emerald Tablets, a later and far lesser exposition of the ancient mysteries. The tablets translated in this work are those left in the Great Pyramid in the custody of the pyramid priests. The 10 tablets are divided into 13 parts for convenience. The last 2 parts are so great and far-reaching in their import that at present it is forbidden to release them to the world at large. However, those contained here hold secrets which will prove of estimable value to the serious student. They should be read not once, but 100 times, for only then will the true meaning be revealed. A casual reading will give glimpses of beauty, but more intensive study will open avenues of wisdom to the seeker. But now, a word as to how these mighty secrets came to be revealed to modern man after being hidden so long. Some 1300 years BC, Egypt was in turmoil, and many delegations of priests were sent to other parts of the world. Among these were some of the pyramid priests who carried with them the Emerald Tablets as a talisman by which they could exercise authority over the less advanced priestcraft of races descended from other Atlantean colonies. The tablets were understood, from legend, to give the bearer authority from Thoth. The particular group of priests bearing the tablets immigrated to South America, where they found a flourishing race, the Maya, who remembered much of the ancient wisdom. Among these, the priests settled and remained. By the 10th century, the Maya had thoroughly settled the Yucatan, and the tablets were placed beneath the altar of one of the great temples of the sun god. After the conquest of the Maya by the Spaniards, the cities were abandoned and the treasures of the temples forgotten. It should be understood that the Great Pyramid of Egypt has been, and still is, a temple of initiation into the mysteries. Jesus, Solomon, Apollo, Neas, and others were initiated there. The writer, one with a connection to the Great White Lodge, which also works through the pyramid priesthood, was instructed to recover the ancient tablets from the Great Pyramid. This was accomplished after adventures which need not be detailed here. Before returning them, he was given permission to translate and retain a copy of the wisdom engraved on the tablets. This was done in 1925, and only now has permission been given for part to be published. It is expected that many will scoff, yet the true student will read between the lines and gain wisdom. If the light is in you, the light which is engraved in these tablets will respond. Now, a word as to the material aspect of the tablets. They consist of 12 tablets of emerald green formed from a substance created through an alchemical transmutation. They are imperishable, resistant to all elements and substances. In effect, their atomic and cellular structure is fixed, no change ever taking place. In this respect, they violate the material law of ionization. Upon them are engraved characters in the ancient Atlantean language, characters which respond to attuned thought waves, releasing the associated mental vibration in the mind of the reader. The tablets are fastened together with hoops of golden-colored alloy, suspended from a rod of the same material. So much for the material appearance. The wisdom contained therein is the foundation of the ancient mysteries. For the one who reads with open eyes and mind, wisdom shall be increased 100-fold. Read, believe or not, but read, and the vibration found therein will awaken a response in your soul in cosmic harmony. Durio, supreme voice of the Brotherhood. In the following pages, I will reveal some of the mysteries which as yet have only been touched upon lightly by myself or other teachers or students of truth. Introduction. Man's search for understanding of the laws which regulate his life has been unending, yet always just beyond the veil which shields the higher planes from material man's vision. The truth has existed ready to be assimilated by those who enlarge their vision by turning inward, not outward in their search. In the silence of the material senses lies the key to the unveiling of wisdom. He who talks does not know. He who knows does not talk. The highest knowledge is an utter beyond, for it exists as an entity in planes which transcend all material words or symbols. All symbols are but keys to doors leading to truths, and many times the door is not opened because the key seems so great that the things which are beyond it are not visible. If we can understand that all keys and all material symbols are manifestations and extensions of a great law and truth, we will begin to develop the vision which will enable us to penetrate beyond the veil. All things in all universes move according to law, and the law which regulates the movement of the planets is no more immutable than the law which regulates the material expressions of man. One of the greatest of all cosmic laws is that which is responsible for the formation of man as a material being. The great aim of the mystery schools of all ages has been to reveal the workings of the law which connects man the material and man the spiritual. The connecting link between the material man and the spiritual man is the intellectual man, for the mind partakes of both the material and immaterial qualities. The aspirant for higher knowledge must develop the intellectual side of his nature and so strengthen his will that it is able to concentrate all powers of his being on and in the plane he desires. The great search for light, life, and love only begins on the material plane. Carried to its ultimate, its final goal is complete oneness with the universal consciousness. The foundation in the material is the first step. Then comes the higher goal of spiritual attainment. In the following pages, I will give an interpretation of the Emerald Tablets and their secret, hidden, and esoteric meanings. Concealed in the words of Thoth are many meanings that do not appear on the surface. Light of knowledge brought to bear upon the tablets will open many new fields for thought. Read and be wise, but only if the light of your own consciousness awakens the deep-seated understanding which is an inherent quality of the soul in the threefold light. Part 1. The History of Thoth, the Atlantean. I, Thoth, the Atlantean master of mysteries and keeper of records, mighty king and magician, living from generation to generation, being about to pass into the halls of Amenti, set down for the guidance of those that are to come after these records of the mighty wisdom of great Atlantis. In the great city of Kim on the island of Unal, in a time far past, I began this incarnation. Not as the little men of the present age did the mighty ones of Atlantis live and die, but rather from aeon to aeon did they renew their life in the halls of Amenti, where the river of life flows eternally. Onward 100 times 10 have I descended the dark way that led into light, and as many times have I ascended from the darkness into the light, my strength and power renewed. Now, for a time, I descend, and the men of Kim shall know me no more. But in a time yet unborn will I rise again, mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind me. Then, beware, O men of Kim, if ye have falsely betrayed my teaching, for I shall cast you down from your estate into the darkness of the place from which ye came. Betray not my secrets to the men of the north or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon you. Remember and heed my words, for surely I will return again and require at your hands that which you guard. Even from beyond time and beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing as ye have requited your trust. Great were my people in the ancient days, great beyond the conception of the little people now around me, knowing the wisdom of old, seeking far within the heart of infinity knowledge that belonged to earth's youth. Wise were we with the wisdom of the children of light who dwelt among us. Strong were we with the power drawn from the eternal fire, and of all these greatest among the children of men was my father Thoth, keeper of the great temple, linked between the children of light who dwelt within the temple and the races of men who inhabited the 10 islands. Mouthpiece after the 3 of the dweller of Amenti, speaking to the kings with the voice that must be obeyed, grew I there from a child into manhood, being taught by my father the elder mysteries. In time, there grew within me the fire of wisdom until it burst into a consuming flame, not the desire for life, but the attainment of wisdom. Then, on a great day, the command came from the dweller of the temple that I be brought before him. Few there were among the children of men who had looked upon that mighty face and lived, for not as the sons of men are the children of light when they are not incarnate in a physical body. Chosen was I from the sons of men, taught by the dweller, so that his purposes might be fulfilled, purposes yet unborn in the womb of time. Long ages I dwelt in the temple, learning ever and ever more wisdom, until I too approached the light emitted from the great fire. He taught me the path to Amenti, the underworld where the great king sits upon his throne of might. Deep I bowed in homage before the lords of life and the lords of death, receiving as my gift the key of life free. Of the halls of Amenti, bound not by death, I journeyed far to the stars until space and time became as naught. Having drunk deep of the cup of wisdom, I looked into the hearts of men and found greater mysteries, and was glad, for only in the search for truth could my soul be stilled and the flame within be quenched. Down through the ages I lived, seeing those around me taste of the cup of death and return again in the light of life. Gradually, from the kingdoms of Atlantis passed ways of consciousness that had been one with me, only to be replaced by the spawn of a low star. In obedience to the law, the word of the Master grew into a flower of fire. Downward into the darkness turned the thoughts of the Atlanteans until at last arose from his egg the dweller speaking the word, calling the power deep in earth's heart. The sons of Amenti heard and, hearing, directed the changing of the flower of fire that burns eternally, using the logos until the great fire changed its direction over the world. Then broke the great waters, drowning and sinking, changing Earth's balance until only the temple of light was left standing on the great melting island still rising out of the water. Some there were who were living, save from the rush of the fountains, who called to me. Then the Master said, "Gather ye together, my people, Take them by the arc ye have learned, fare across the waters. Thus I gathered my people and entered the great ship of the Master. Upward we rose into the morning dark. Beneath us lay the temple. Suddenly, over it rose the waters, vanished from the earth until the time appointed. The great temple remained fast. We fled toward the sun of the morning. Beneath us lay the land of the children of Chem. Raging, they came with cudgels and spears lifted in anger, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis. Then raised I my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks. Stone fragments of the mountain, then spoke I to them in calm and peaceful words, telling them of the might of Atlantis. I bade them kneel before my display of magic science, until at my feet they lay prostrate. When I released them, long dwelt we in the land of Chem, long and yet long again, obeying the commands of the Master who, while sleeping, yet lives eternally. I sent from me the sons of Atlantis. I sent them in many directions, that from the womb of time wisdom might rise again in the children of men. Long time dwelled I in the land of Chem, doing great works by the wisdom within me, upward growing into the light of knowledge. The children of Chem, watered by the rains of my wisdom, blazed a path to Amenti, so that I might retain my powers, living from age to age as a son of Atlantis, keeping the wisdom, preserving the records. Great grew the sons of Chem, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upward in soul force. Now, for a time, I depart from among them into the dark halls of Amenti, deep in the halls of the earth. Before the lords of the powers, face to face once again with the dweller, raised I high over the entrance a doorway, a gateway leading down to Amenti. Few there would be with courage to dare it, few passed the portal to dark Amenti. Over the passage I raised a mighty pyramid, using the power that overcomes earth force. Deep and yet deeper, placed I a force house or chamber. From it carved I a circular passage reaching almost to the great summit. There in the apex set I the crystal, sending the ray into the time-space, drawing force from out of the ether, concentrating upon the gateway to Amenti. Other chambers I built and left vacant to all seeming, yet hidden within them are the keys to a mystery. He who dares the dark realms must first be purified by long fasting, lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber. Then reveal I to him the great mysteries. Soon shall he follow to where I shall meet him, even in the darkness of earth. Shall I meet him, I, Thoth, Lord of Wisdom? Meet him and hold him and dwell with him always. Built I the great pyramid, patterned after the pyramid of earth force burning eternally, so that it too might remain through the ages. In it I built my knowledge of magic science so that I might be here when again I returned. From mid-earth, while I sleep in the halls of Amenti, my soul roaming free, will incarnate, dwell among men in this form or another. In this area on earth am I of the dweller, fulfilling his commands so many might be lifted. Now return I to the halls of Amenti, leaving behind me some of my wisdom. Preserve ye and keep ye the command of the dweller. Lift ever upwards your eyes toward the light. Surely in time ye are one with the Master. Surely by right ye are one with the All. Now I depart. From me know my commandments. Keep them and be them, and I will be with you, helping and guiding you into the light. Now before me opens the portal. Go I down in the darkness of the night. Part 2. The Halls of Amenti. Deep in earth's heart lie the halls of Amenti, far 'neath the islands of sunken Atlantis. Halls of the dead and halls of the living, bathed in the fire of the infinite all. For in a past time, lost in the space-time, the children of light looked down upon the world, seeing the children of men in their bondage, bound by the force that came from beyond. They knew that only by freedom from bondage could man ever rise from earth to the sun. Down they descended and created bodies, taking the semblance of men as their own. The masters of everything said, after their forming, "We are they who were formed from space dust, partaking of life from the infinite all, living in the world as children of men, like, and yet unlike, the children of men." Then, for a dwelling place far 'neath earth's crust, they blasted great spaces by their power, spaces apart from the children of men, surrounding them with forces and power, shielded from harm. Side by side they set the halls of the dead. Other spaces they filled with life and with light from above. Thus they built the halls of Amenti, that they might dwell eternally there, living with life to eternity. 32 were there of the children, sons of light, who would come among men, seeking to free from bondage those bound by the force from beyond. Deep in the halls of life grew a flower, flaming, expanding, driving backward the night. In its center they placed a ray of great, potent, life-giving light, filling with power all who came near. Around it they set 32 thrones for each of the children of light, so they might be bathed in the radiance and filled with life from the eternal light. Time after time they placed their first created bodies, so they might be filled with the spirit of life. 100 years out of each 1,000 the life-giving flame must blaze forth on their bodies, quickening and awakening the spirit of life. Thus, from aeon to aeon, sit the great masters, living a life unknown among men. There, in the halls of life, they lie sleeping. Free flows their soul through the bodies of men. Time after time, while their bodies lie sleeping, they incarnate in the bodies of men, teaching and guiding onward and upward, out of the darkness into the light. In the hall of life, filled with their wisdom, yet unknown to the races of men. They live forever, 'neath the cold fire of life. Times there are when they awaken, coming from the depths to be lights among men, infinite among finite. He who, by progress, has grown from the darkness, lifting himself from the night into light, is made free of the halls of Amenti, free of the flower of light and of life. Guided by wisdom and knowledge, he passes from men to the master of life. There he may dwell as one with the masters, free from the bonds of the darkness of night. Seated within the flower of radiance sit 7 lords from the space-times above, helping and guiding, through infinite wisdom, the pathway of the children of men. Mighty and strange they, filled with their power, silent, all-knowing, drawing the life force, different yet one with the children of men, different, and yet one with the children of light. Custodians and watchers of the force of man's bondage, ready to loose when the light has been reached. First and most mighty sits the veiled presence, Lord of Lords, the infinite 9, over the others from each cosmic cycle, weighing and watching the progress of men. Under him sit the lords of the cycles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, each with his mission, each with his power, guiding and directing the destiny of man. There sit they, mighty and potent, free of all time and space, not of this world, yet akin to it, elder brothers of the children of men, judging and weighing with their wisdom, watching the progress of light among men. There before them was I led by the dweller, and watched him blend with one from above. Then from him came forth a voice, saying, Great art thou, Thoth, among children of men, henceforth free of the halls of Amenti. Master of life among children of men. Taste not of death except as thou will it. Drink thou of life to eternity, all is thine for the taking. Death is at the call of thy hand. Dwell here or leave here when thou desirest. Free is Amenti to the Son of Man. Take thou up life in whatever form thou desirest, child of the light who has grown among men. Choose thou thy work, for all must labor, never be free from the pathway of light. One step hast thou gained on the long pathway upward. Infinite now is the mountain of light. Each step thou takest but heightens the mountain, all of thy progress, but lengthens the goal. Approach thou ever the infinite wisdom, ever before thee recedes the goal. Free art thou now of the halls of Amenti, to walk hand in hand with the lords of the world, one in purpose, working together, bringers of light to the children of men. Then from his throne came one of the masters, taking my hand and leading me onward through all the halls of the deep-hidden land. He led me through the halls of Amenti, showing the mysteries known only to masters. Through dark passage downward he led me, into the hall where sits dark death. Vast as space lay the great hall before me, walled by darkness, yet filled with light. Before me arose a great throne of darkness. Veiled upon it sat a figure of night, darker than darkness. There paused the master, speaking the word that brings about life, saying, O master of darkness, guided the way from life unto life, before thee I bring a son of the morning. Touch him not ever with the power of night, call not his flame to the darkness of night. Know him and see him, one of our brothers, lifted from darkness into light. Release thou his flame from its bondage, free let it flame through the darkness of night. Then, raising the hand of the dark figure, forth came a flame that grew clear and bright. Swiftly it rolled back the curtain of darkness, unveiling the hall from the darkness of night. In the great space before me grew flame after flame from the veil of night, uncounted millions. Some flamed forth as flowers of fire, others shed only a dim radiance, glowing but faintly from out of the night. Some there were that faded swiftly, others grew from a small spark of light. Each was surrounded by its dim veil of darkness, yet each flamed with light that could never be quenched. Coming and going like fireflies in springtime, they filled the space with light and with life. Then spoke a voice within me, Behold, the death you once feared is not. Life eternal exists in the all. I, death, am but an obstacle in the pathway quick to be conquered by the infinite light. Awaken, O flame that burns ever inward. Flame forth and conquer the veil of night. In the midst of the flames and the darkness grew there one that drove forth the night, flaming, expanding, ever brighter, until at last there was nothing but light. Then spoke my guide, the voice of the Master. See your own soul as it grows in the light, free now, forever, from the Lord of the Night. Forward he led me through many great spaces filled with the mysteries of the children of light, mysteries that man may yet know only when he, too, is a son of the light. Backward then he led me into the light of the hall of light. There I knelt before the great masters, lords of all from the cycles above. They spoke in words of great power. Thoth, thou hast been made free of the halls of Amenti. Choose now thy work among the children of men. I spoke, saying, O great masters, let me be a teacher of men, leading them onward and upward until they, too, are lights among men freed from the veil of night that surrounds them, flaming with light that shall shine among men. Then came the voice, Go as ye will, so be it decreed. Master art thou of thy destiny, free to take or reject at will. Take heed, take the power, take ye the wisdom. Shine as a light among the children of men. Upward then led me the dweller. Again I dwelled among the children of men, teaching and showing some of my wisdom, son of the light, a fire among men. Now again I tread the path downward, seeking the light in the darkness of night. O men, keep and preserve my record. A guide shall it be to the children of men. Part 3, The Key of Wisdom. I, Thoth the Atlantean, give of my wisdom, give of my knowledge, give of my power. Freely I give to the children of men that they, too, might have wisdom to shine through the world, out from the veil of night. Wisdom is power, and power is wisdom, one with the other, perfecting the whole. Be not proud, O man, in thy wisdom. Discourse with the ignorant as well as the wise. If one full of knowledge comes to thee, listen and heed, for wisdom is all. Keep thou not silent when evil is spoken, for truth, like the sunlight, shines above all. He who oversteps the law shall be punished, for only through law comes the freedom of men. Follow thine heart during thy lifetime, do thou more than is commanded of thee. When thou hast gained riches, follow thine heart, for all these are of no avail if thy heart be weary. Diminish not the time of following thine heart. It is the port of the soul. They that are guided go not astray, but they that are lost cannot find a straight path. If thou go among men, make for thyself love, the beginning and end of the heart. If one comes unto thee for counsel, let him speak freely, that the thing for which he hath come may be done. If he hesitates to open his heart, it is because thou, the judge, doest the wrong. Repeat not extravagant speech, neither listen to it, for it is the utterance of one not in equilibrium. Speak thou not of it, so that he before thee may know wisdom. Silence is of great profit, abundance of speech profiteth nothing. Exalt not thine heart above the children of men, lest it be brought lower than the dust. If thou wouldst be great among men, be honored for knowledge and gentleness. If thou seekest to know the nature of a friend, ask not his companion, but pass time alone with him, debate with him, testing his heart by his words and his bearing. That which goeth into the storehouse must come forth, and the things that are thine must be shared with a friend. Knowledge is regarded by the fool as ignorance, and the things that are profitable are to him hurtful. He liveth in death, therefore it is his food. The wise man lets his heart overflow, but keeps silent his mouth. O man, list to the voice of wisdom, list to the voice of light. Mysteries there are in the cosmos that, unveiled, fill the world with their light. Let him who would be free from the bonds of darkness first divide the material from the immaterial, the fire from the earth. For know ye that as earth descends to earth, so also fire ascends unto fire and becomes one with fire. He who knows the fire within himself shall ascend unto the eternal fire and dwell in it eternally. Fire, the inner fire, is the most potent of all forces, for it overcometh all things and penetrates to all things of the earth. Man supports himself only on that which resists, so earth must resist man, else he exists not. All eyes do not see with the same vision. To one, an object appears of one form and color, and to a different eye, of another. So also the infinite fire, changing from color to color, is never the same from day to day. Thus, be guided by my wisdom, for man is a fire burning bright through the night, never quenched by the veil of darkness. Hark, O man, and list to this wisdom. Where do name and form cease? Only in consciousness, invisible, infinite force of radiance bright. The forms thou createst by brightening thy vision are effects that follow thy cause. Man is a star bound to a body until, in the end, he is freed through his strife. Only through struggle and toiling in night's utmost shall the star within bloom out into new life. He who knows the commencement of all things frees his star from the realms of night. Remember, O man, that all which exists is only another form of that which exists not. Everything that has being is passing into yet other being, and thou thyself art not an exception. Consider the law, for all is law. Seek not that which is not of the law, for such exists only in the illusion of the senses. Wisdom cometh to all her children even as they come unto wisdom. All through the ages light has been hidden. Awake, O man, and be wise. Far 'neath earth's crust, in the halls of Amenti, mysteries I saw that are hidden from men. Oft have I journeyed the deep-hidden passage, looked on the light that is life among men. There, 'neath the flowers of life, ever living, searched I the hearts and the secrets of men. Found I that man is but living in darkness, Light of the great fire is hidden within. Before the lords of hidden Amenti, learned I the wisdom granted to men. Masters are they of the great secret wisdom, brought from the future of infinity's end. 7 are they, the lords of Amenti, overlords of the children of morning. Sons of the cycles, masters of wisdom. Formed are they not as the children of men. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9 are the titles of the masters of men. Far from the future, formless yet forming, came they as teachers for the children of men. Live they forever, yet not of the living, bound not to life, yet free from death. Rule they forever with infinite wisdom, bound yet not bound to the dark halls of death. Life they have in them, yet life that is not life, free from all, are the lords of the all. Forth from them came forth the logos, instruments are they of the power over all. Vast is their countenance, yet hidden in smallness, formed by a forming, known yet unknown. 3 holds the key of all hidden magic. Creator he of the halls of the dead, sending forth power, shrouding with darkness, binding the souls of the children of men. For is he who loosens the power, Lord he of life to the children of men, light in his body, flame in his countenance, freer of souls to the children of men. 5 is the master, the lord of all magic, key to the word that resounds among men. 6 is the lord of light, the hidden pathway, part of the souls of the children of men. 7 is he who is lord of the vastness, master of space and the key of the times. 8 is he who orders the progress, weighs and balances the journey of men. 9 is the Father, vast in countenance, forming and changing from out of the formless. Meditate on the symbols I give thee. Keys are they though hidden from men. Reach ever upward, O soul of the morning. Turn thy thoughts upward to light and to life. Find in the numbers the light on the pathway from life unto life. Seek with wisdom, turn thy thoughts inward. Close not thy mind to the flower of light. Place in thy body a thought-formed picture. Think of the numbers that lead thee to life. Clear is the pathway to him who has wisdom. Open the door to the kingdom of light. Pour forth thy flame as a sun of the morning. Shut out the darkness and live in the day. Take thou, O man, as part of thy being the 7 who are, but are not as they seem. Open, O man, have I my wisdom. Follow the path and the way I have led. Masters of wisdom, sons of the morning, light and life to the children of men. Part 4. The Spaceborn. Listen, O man, to the voice of wisdom. Listen to the voice of Thoth the Atlantean. Freely I give to thee of my wisdom gathered from the time and space of this cycle. Master of mysteries, son of the morning, living forever, a child of the light, shining with brightness, star of the morning. Thoth the teacher of men is evolved. A long time ago I, in my childhood, lay beneath the stars on long-buried Atlantis, dreaming of mysteries far above men. Then in my heart grew a great longing to conquer the pathway that led to the stars. Year after year I sought after wisdom, seeking new knowledge and following the way until, at last, my soul, in great travail, broke from its bondage and bounded away. Free was I from the bondage of earth. Men free from the body, I flashed through the night. Unlocked at last for me was the star space. Free was I from the bondage of night, now to the end of space. Sought I wisdom far beyond the knowledge of finite man. Far into space my soul traveled freely into infinities. Circle of light, strange beyond knowledge were some of the planets, great and gigantic beyond dreams of men. Yet found I law, in all of its beauty, working through and among them as here among men. Flashed forth my soul through infinities of beauty. Far through space I flew. With my thoughts rested I there on a planet of wonder. Strains of harmony filled all the air. Shapes there were moving in order, great and majestic as stars in the night, mounting in harmony, ordered equilibrium, symbols of the cosmic. Like them to law, many the stars I passed in my journey. Many the races of men on their worlds, some reaching the highest stars of the morning, some falling low in the blackness of night. Each and all of them struggling upward, gaining the heights and plumbing the depths, moving at times in realms of brightness, living through darkness, gaining the light. No, O man, that light is thine heritage. No, that darkness is only a veil. Sealed in thine heart is brightness eternal, waiting the moment of freedom to conquer, waiting to rend the veil of the night. Some I found who had conquered the ether. Free of space were they, while yet they were men, using the force that is the foundation of all things. Far in space, they constructed a planet, drawn by the force that flows through the all, condensing and coalescing the ether into forms that grew as they willed. Outstripping in science all other races, mighty in wisdom, they were sons of the stars. Long time I paused, watching their wisdom. Saw I them create from out of the ether cities gigantic of rose and gold, formed forth from the primal element, base of all matter, the ether. Far-flung, far in the past, they had conquered the ether, freed themselves from the bondage of toil, forming in their mind only a picture and swiftly creating it. It grew forth. Then my soul sped throughout the cosmos, seeing ever new things and learning that man is truly spaceborn, a son of the sun, a child of the stars. No, ye old man of Median habit, surely it is one with the stars. Your bodies are nothing but planets revolving around their central suns. When ye have gained the light of all wisdom, free shall ye be to shine in the ether, one of the suns that light outer darkness, one of the spaceborn, grown into light. Just as the stars in time lose their brilliance, light passing from them into the great source, so, O man, the soul passes onward, leaving behind the darkness of night. Forth from me, from the primal ether filled with the brilliance that flows from the source, bound by the ether and coalesced around, yet ever it flames until at last it is free. Lift up your flame from out of the darkness. Fly from the night, and ye shall be free. Travel through the space-time, knowing my soul at last was set free, knowing that now I might pursue wisdom until at last I passed to a plane hidden for knowledge, not hidden to wisdom. Extension beyond all that we know. Now, old man, when I had this knowing, happy my soul grew, for now I was free. Listen, ye spaceborn, listen to my wisdom. Know ye not that ye too will be free? Hear again, old man, to my wisdom that hearing ye too might live and be free. Not of the earth are ye earthy, but children of infinite cosmic light. Know ye not, O man, of your heritage? Know ye not that ye are truly the light, son of the great sun? When ye gain wisdom, truly aware of your kinship with light, now, ye I give knowledge, freedom to walk in the path I have trod. Help is given by my striving. I trod the path that leads to the stars. Hark, ye, O man, and know of thy bondage. Know how to free thyself from the toils. Out of the darkness shall you rise upward, one with the light and one with the stars. Follow ever the path of wisdom, for only by this can you rise from below. Ever man's destiny leads him onward into the curves of infinities. All, know ye, O man, that all space is ordered? Only by order are ye one with the all. Order and balance are the law of the cosmos. Follow, and ye shall be one with the all. He who would follow the pathway of wisdom must open and be heedful to the flower of life, extending his consciousness out of darkness, flowing through time and space in the all. Deep in the silence first he must linger, until at last he is free from desire, free from the longing to speak. In the silence, conquer by silence the bondage of words. Abstain from eating until ye have conquered desire for food, for that is bondage of the soul. Then lie ye down in the darkness, close your eyes from the rays of the light. Still your soul in the place of mind consciousness, shaking it free from the bonds of the night. In the mind place the image thou desire, picture the place thou desire to see. Vibrate it back and forth with thy power, loosen the soul from out of its night. Fiercely must thou shake it with all of thy power, until at last thy soul shall be free. Mighty beyond words is the flame of the cosmic, hanging in planes unknown to man, mighty and balanced, moving in order, music of harmonies far beyond man, speaking with music, singing with color. Flame from the beginning of eternity, I am spark of the flame. Art thou, O my children, burning with color and living with music? Listen to the voice, and thou shalt be free. Consciousness free is fused with the cosmic one, with the order and law of the all. Know ye not, man, that out of darkness light shall flame forth, a symbol of all? Pray ye this prayer for attaining of wisdom. Pray for the coming of light to the almighty spirit of light that shines through the cosmos. Draw my flame closer in harmony to thee. Lift up my fire from out of the darkness. Magnet of fire that is one with thee all. Lift up my soul, thou mighty and potent child of the light. Turn not away, draw me in power to melt in thy furnace, one with all things and all things in one. Fire of the life strain and one with the brain. When ye have freed thy soul from its bondage, know that for ye the darkness is gone. Ever through space may you seek wisdom, not by the fetters forged in the flesh. Onward and upward into the morning free. Flash, O old soul, to the realms of light. Move thou in order, move thou in harmony. Freely shalt thou move with the children of light. Seek and know ye my key of wisdom. Thus, O old man, ye shall surely be free. Part 5. The Dweller of Unal. I dream of buried Atlantis, lost in the ages that have passed. Aeon on aeon thou existed in beauty, a light shining through the darkness of night. Mighty in power, ruling the earth, born Lord of the earth in Atlantis day, King of the nations, master of wisdom, light through sun. Tall keeper of the way, dwelt his temple, the master of Unal, light of the earth in Atlantis day. He was from a cycle beyond us, living in bodies as one among men, not as the earthborn. He was from beyond us, son of a cycle advanced beyond men. O yield, man, the master was never one with the children of men. Far in the past, when Atlantis first grew as a power, appeared he with the key of wisdom, showing the way of light to all. He showed to all men the path of attainment, the way of the light that flows among men, mastering darkness and leading the human soul upward to heights that were one with the light. Divided were the kingdoms. They were 10, ruled by children of men. Upon another I'll he build a temple, but not by the children of men. Out of the ether he called it substance, molding and informing it by the power of Thoth into the forms he built with his mind. Mile upon mile it covered the island, space upon space it grew in its might. Black, yet not black, but dark like space-time. Deep in its heart lay the essence of light. Swiftly the temple grew into being, molded and shaped by the word of the dweller. Called from the formless into form, he builded it. Then within it, great chambers, filled with forms called forth from the ether and with wisdom called forth by his mind. Formless was he within the temple, yet he was formed in the image of men, dwelling among them, yet not of them. Strange and far different was he from the children of men. He chose from among the people 3 who became his gateway. He chose the 3 from the highest to become his links with Atlantis. Messengers they, who carried his counsel to the kings of the children of men. He brought forth others and taught them wisdom. They were teachers to the children of men. He placed them on the island of Unal to stand as his teachers of light, 2 men for each who were thus chosen. They were to be taught for 4, 5, and 10 years. Only thus could they have understanding to bring light to the children of men. Thus there came into being the temple, a dwelling place for the master of men. I, who had ever sought wisdom, searching in darkness and searching in light during my youth, traveled the pathway, seeking ever new knowledge. Until, after much striving, one of the 3 brought me the light. He brought me the commands of the dweller. He called me from darkness into the light. He brought me before the dweller, deep in the temple, before the great fire on the great throne. I beheld the dweller, clothed with the light and flashing with fire. Down I knelt before that great wisdom, feeling the light flow through me in waves. Then I heard the voice of the dweller. O darkness, come into the light. Long and heavy is the pathway to light. Each soul on earth that loosens its fetters shall soon be made free from the bondage of night. Forth from the darkness have ye arisen, approaching the light of your goal. Here ye shall dwell as one of my children, keeper of records gathered by wisdom. Thou art an instrument of the light from beyond, made ready to do what is needed. Preserver of wisdom through the ages of darkness that shall come upon the children of men. Live here and drink of all wisdom, secrets and mysteries unveiled. Then I answered the master of cycles, saying, O light that descended to men, give that to me of thy wisdom that I might be a teacher of men. Let me have thy light, that I may be free. He spoke to me again, Age after age shall you live through your wisdom. When over Atlantis the ocean waves rolled, holding the light though hidden in darkness, ready to come when thou shalt call. Go thee now and learn greater wisdom. Grow thou through light to infinities. Then dwell in the temple of the dweller until at last thou art one with the light. Light there was in ancient Atlantis, yet darkness too was hidden. All fell from the light into the darkness those who had risen to heights among men. Proud they became because of their knowledge. Proud were they of their place among men. Deep delved they into the forbidden, opening the gateway that led below. They sought to bring up knowledge from below. He who descends below must have balance, else he is bound by lack of our light. They opened pathways forbidden to man by their magic. But in his temple, all-seeing, the dweller lay in a gwant while his soul roamed free through Atlantis. He saw the Atlanteans by their magic opening the gateway that would bring to earth a great woe. Fast he hastened back to his body. Up he arose, called the 3 mighty messengers, and gave the commands that shattered the world. Deep beneath earth's crust to the halls of Amenti swiftly descended the dweller. He called on the powers of the 7 lords, wielding change in the earth's balance. Down sank Atlantis beneath the dark waves. He shattered the gateway that had been opened, the doorway that led below. All of the islands were shattered, save Unal and part of the Isle of the Sons of the Dweller. He preserved them to be the teachers of light on the path for those who would come after. He called me and gave me commands for all I should do, saying, Take now, O Thoth, all of your wisdom. Take all your records. Take all your magic. Go forth as a teacher of men. Go forth, reserving the records until in time light grows among men. Light shalt thou be throughout the ages, hidden yet found by enlightened men over all earth. We give thee power, free thou to give or take it away. Gather now the sons of Atlantis. Take them and flee to the people of the rock caves. Fly to the land of the children of Kim. Then I gathered the sons of Atlantis into the spaceship. I brought all my records, the records of sunken Atlantis. I gathered all my powers and instruments of mighty magic. Up then we rose on the wings of the morning. High we arose above the temple, leaving behind the 3 and the dweller deep in the halls beneath the temple, closing the pathway to the lords of the cycles. Yet ever to him who is knowing, open shall be the path to Amenti. Fast we fled then on the wings of the morning to the land of the children of Kim. There by my power I conquered and ruled them. I raised to light the children of Kim. Deep beneath the rocks I buried my spaceship, waiting the time when man might be free. Over the spaceship erected I a marker in the form of a lion, yet likened to man. There beneath the image it rests, yet my spaceship forth to be brought when need shall arise. Know ye, old man, that far in the future invaders shall come from out of the deep. Then awake, ye who have wisdom, bring forth my ship and conquer with ease. Deep beneath the image lies my secret. Search and find in the pyramid I built. Each to the other is the keystone, each the gateway that leads into life. Follow the key I leave behind. Seeking the doorway to life shall be thine. Seek thou in my pyramid deep in the past that ends at a wall. Use thou the key of the seven and open, then the pathway will be thine. Now unto thee I have given my wisdom. Now unto thee I have given my way. Follow the pathway and solve thou my secrets until I have shown the way. Part 6. The Key of Magic. Hark, old man, to the wisdom of magic. Impart the knowledge of powers forgotten long ago in the days of the first man. Warfare began between darkness and light. Men then, as now, were filled with both darkness and light. And while in some the darkness held sway, in others light filled the soul. I, Thoth, in this eternal struggle, have fought fiercely all through the ages using strange powers hidden to man. Deep has been the blackness struggling always against the light. But others there are who, filled with brightness, have conquered the darkness of night. Wherever ye may be, in all ages and planes, surely ye shall know of the battle with night long ages ago. The sons of the morning, descending, found the world filled with night. There, in that past, began the age-old battle between darkness and light. Many were so filled with darkness that only feebly flamed the light from their night. Some were masters of darkness, who sought to fill all with their night and draw others into their realm. Fiercely they withstood the masters of light, striving ever to tighten the fetters, the chains that bind men to darkness. They used dark magic to enshroud a man's soul, branding him a brother of darkness. Through the ages they remained hidden antagonists to the children of men, yet none could escape their subtle power. Unseen they come and unseen they go. For in his ignorance man calls them from below. Dark is the way of the brothers of night. Not of the night itself, but of the darkness beyond. Traveling over earth, they walk through man's dreams, using the darkness around them to summon others from their plane. In ways darkened and unseen by mortal sight, they enter the minds of men, closing the veil of night about the soul. There, through its lifetime, that soul dwells, bondage bound by the fetters of the shadowed veil. Mighty are they in forbidden knowledge, forbidden because it is one with the night. Hark, old man, and list to my warning. Be free from the bondage of night. Surrender not your soul to the brothers of darkness, but keep thy face ever turned toward the light. Know ye not, O man, that your sorrow has only come through the veil of night? I give this warning, strive ever upward. Turn your soul toward the light. The brothers of darkness seek for their kin those who have traveled the pathway of light. For they know that those who journey toward the sun hold great power to bind the children of light. List, ye old man, to him who comes to you, but weigh in the balance if his words be of light. For many there are who walk in dark brightness yet are not truly children of light. Easy is the path they lead. But heed my warning, light comes only to those who strive. Hard is the pathway that leads to wisdom. Hard is the pathway that leads to light. Many shall you find stones in your pathway, many the mountains to climb toward the light. Yet know ye, old man, that to him who overcomes, he shall be free of the pathway of light. For in the end light must conquer, and darkness and night be banished from its presence. Listen, old man, and receive this wisdom. Even as darkness exists, so does light when darkness is vanished and all veils rent asunder. There shall flash forth from darkness the light. Even as among men there are dark brothers, so too there exist brothers of light, antagonists of the dark, seeking to free men from the powers of night. Mighty and potent is their knowing. The laws of the planets work in harmony in order to free the soul from bondage. Secret and hidden they walk, yet are unseen guardians to the children of men. Ever have they fought the dark brothers, conquering time without end. Yet ever shall light be master, driving away the darkness of night. I, Thoth, declare that beside the children of light walk the masters of the sun power, ever unseen, yet the guardians of men. Open to all is their pathway, open to he who will walk in light. Free are they of dark Amenti, free of the halls where life reigns supreme. Sons are they and lords of the morning, children of light who shine among men. Like men they are, yet Unal-like. Never divided, they stand as one, eternal throughout all space. Up from the first, in oneness with the all, they formed unseen and unformed. Given to man, they have secrets to guard and protect him from harm. He who would travel the master's path must be free from the bondage of night. Conquer the formless coacher, the phantom of fear. Knowing must he gain of all secrets, traveling through darkness, yet ever keeping before him the light of his goal. Obstacles shall be great in the pathway, yet press onto the light of the sun. Here, O man, the sun is the symbol of the light that shines at the end of the road. Now to thee I give the secrets to meet and conquer the dark power. By knowing can you conquer. Only by knowing can ye have light. Now I give to thee the knowledge of the masters, the knowing that conquers all dark fears. Use this wisdom, and thou shalt stand among the brothers of light. When comes a feeling drawing thee toward the darker gate, examine thy heart and see if the darkness is thine own. If so, banish it from thy mind. Send through thy body a wave of vibration, irregular first, then regular, repeating until thou art freed. Direct the wave from brain center to foot. But if thy heart is not darkened, know that a force without seeks to bind thee. Only by wisdom can thou hope to be free. Knowledge brings wisdom, and wisdom is power attained. And you shall have power over all. See, first take thy place bound by darkness. Form a circle about thee. Stand erect in its midst. Use the eldest formula, and thou shalt be free. Raise thine arms to the dark space above. Close thine eyes and draw on the light. Call to the spirit of light through space-time. Speaking, fill thou my body, O spirit of life. Fill thou my body with spirit of light. Come from the flower that shines through darkness. Come from the halls where 7 lords rule. Name them by number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. By their names I call them to aid me. Free me and save me from the darkness of night. Moon, Taunus, Werdes, Shitol, Guana. Hurtle, Synthis, Ardal. By their names I implore thee. Free me from darkness and fill me with light. Know ye, O man, that when you have done this, you shall cast off the bondage of the brothers of night. The names hold power to free. For by vibration the fetters are undone. Use them at night to free thy brothers, that they too may come forth from darkness. Thou, O man, art thy brother's helper. Let him not lie in bondage. Now, unto thee I give my magic. Take it and walk the pathway of light. Be thou upheld on the cycle above us. Part 7. The Seven Lords. Hark ye, old man, and list to my voice. Open thy mind's space and drink of my wisdom. Dark is the pathway of life that you travel. Many are the pitfalls that lie in thy way. Ever seek to gain greater wisdom. It shall be thy guiding light. Open thy soul, old man, to the cosmic flow. Let it merge with thy being as one. Light is eternal. Darkness is but fleeting. Know ye that as light fills thy being, the shadows must fade. Open thy soul to the brothers of brightness. Let them enter and fill thee. Lift up thine eyes to the light of the cosmos. Keep thy face turned ever heavenward. Only by gaining the light of all wisdom art thou one with the infinite. Seek ever the oneness eternal. Seek ever the light that knows no end. Light is infinite, yet finite in form. Only by darkness are they made separate. In the veil of darkness reunite the light into one. Here, ye old man, list to my voice, singing the song of light and life throughout all space. Light prevails, encompassing all with its banners of flame. Seek, ever, in the veil of darkness, for somewhere you shall surely find light hidden. Buried deep in the finite, the infinite exists, flowing through all things. Living in all is the infinite brain. In all space there is only one wisdom, though it may seem divided. All that exists comes forth from the light. In the light from the all, everything created is based upon order. Law rules the space where the infinite dwells. From equilibrium came the great cycles, moving in harmony toward infinity's end. Know ye, old man, that far in space-time, infinity itself shall pass into change. Enlist to the voice of wisdom. Know that all is of all evermore. Through time thou may pursue wisdom and find ever more light on the way. Yet thou shalt find that the goal eludes thee, ever receding. Long ago, in the halls of Amenti, I stood before the lords of the cycles. Mighty were they in aspect and power, mighty in wisdom unveiled. Led by the dweller, first did I see them, but afterward I was free to enter their conclave at will. Ofttimes did I journey down the dark pathway unto the hall where light ever glows. There I learned of the masters of cycles, knowledge brought from infinities above us. Now unto thee I give this wisdom, drawn from the flame of infinity's fire. Deep in the dark hall sit the 7 units of consciousness, from cycles above manifest as guides to man. Mighty and powerful are they, speaking through men to men across time. They said to me, O man, what shalt thou gain? Wisdom. Seek it in the heart of the flame. Knowledge of power, seek it in the heart of the flame. Be one with the heart of the flame. Many times they taught me paths to brightness. Wisdom not of this world, showing me operation of law and order. They spoke of themselves. From far beyond time are we come, formed from the order of all. Not as men are we, though once we too were men. Out of the great void were we formed. By law, for know ye that which is formed is truly formless to thine eyes. They continued, Child of light, O Thoth, art thou free to travel the bright path upward until at the last all become one? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Know these as the number of cycles we descend from unto man. Each having here a duty, each a force to control. Yet are we one with the soul of our cycle. seeking still a goal far beyond man's conception. They spoke of eons. Eons have I existed, knowing not life and tasting not death. For far in the future life and death shall be one with the all, each so perfect that neither exists separately in oneness. In men of this cycle the life force rages, but yet shall life become one with the all. Here I manifest in this cycle, yet in your future of time I exist beyond time, formless and freer than thee. Man is a flame bound to a mountain, but we in our cycle are ever free. Know ye, old man, that when ye have progressed beyond these cycles, life itself shall pass to darkness, leaving only the essence of soul. Then spoke the Lord of the Eighth, all that thou knowest is but little. Not yet have ye touched the great beyond, where light reigns supreme in formless form. Master of all that exists am I. To find the path through barriers, travel the road that leads to light. Again spoke the Nine, seek the path beyond. It is not impossible to grow to a consciousness above, when one becomes one, and one has become the all. The barrier lifts, and ye are made free. Grow from form to formless. Free may thou be of the road. Thus through ages I listened, learning the way to the all. Now lift thine heart to the all. Enlist when it calls, O light all-pervading, one with all and all with one. Flow thou to me through the channel inner, that I may be free. Make me one with the all, soul shining from the blackness of night. Let me be free of the veil of night. I, a child of light, command the bonds of darkness to shatter and fall before me. Now I give this wisdom unto thee. Live in light and brightness. Turn not thy face from the light, for thy soul dwells in realms of brightness. Ye are a child of light. Turn thy faults inward, not outward. Know that thou art the master. All else comes from within. Grow thou to the realms of brightness. Hold thy thought on the light. Know that thou art one with the cosmos, a flame and a child of light. Now to thee I give warning. Let not thy thought turn to dark brightness, which comes from the brothers of black. Keep thine eyes ever lifted, thy soul in tune with light. Take this wisdom and heed it. List to my voice and follow the pathway to brightness, and thou shalt be one with the way. Part 8. The Key of Mystery. And to the old man have I given my knowledge unto thee, have I given of light. Hear ye now, and receive my wisdom brought from space planes above and beyond. Not as man am I, for free have I become of dimensions and planes. In each I take a new body, in each I change my form. No, I know that the formless is all, there is no form. Great is the wisdom of the seven mighty, are they not from beyond? Manifest they through the power field by force from beyond. Hear ye these words of wisdom, hear ye, and make them thine own. Find in them the formless. If ye need the key to the beyond, mystery is but hidden knowledge. Know, and ye shall unveil, find the deep-buried wisdom, and be master of darkness and light. Deep are the mysteries around the hidden, the secrets of old. Search through the keys of my wisdom, surely shall ye find the way. The gateway to power is secret, but he who attains shall receive. Look to the light, O my brother, open, and ye shall receive. Press on through the valley of darkness, overcome the dweller of the night. Keep ever thine eyes to the light plane, and thou shalt be one with the light. Man is in the process of changing to forms that are not of this world. Grows he into the formless plane on the cycle above. Know ye, you must become formless before ye are one with the light. List ye, O man, to my voice telling of the pathways to light, showing the way of attainment when ye shall be one with the light. Search ye the mysteries of earth's heart, Learn of the law that exists, holding the stars in their balance by the force of their primordial mist. Seek ye the flame of earth's life, bathe in the glare of its flame. Follow the three-cornered pathway until thou too art aflame. Speak thou in words without voice to those who dwell down below. Enter the blue lighted temple and bathe in the fire of all life. Know, O man, thou art complex, a being of earth and of fire. Let thy flame shine out brightly. Be thou only the fire. Wisdom is hidden in darkness. When lit by the flame of the soul, find out the wisdom and be lightborn, a son of the light without form. Seek the evermore wisdom, find it in the heart of the flame. Know that only by striving can light pour into thy brain. Now have I spoken with wisdom, list to my voice and obey. Tear open the veils of darkness, shine a light on the way. Speak I of ancient Atlantis, speak of the days of the kingdom of shadows. Speak of the coming of the children of shadows out of the great deep. Far in the past, before Atlantis existed, were men who delved into darkness, using dark magic, calling up beings from the great deep below us. Forth came they into this cycle, formless were they, of another vibration, existing unseen by the children of earth. Men only through blood could they become formed. Only through man could they live in the world. In ages past they were conquered by the masters, driven below to the place whence they came. But some remained hidden in spaces and planes unknown to man, lived they in Atlantis as shadows. At times they appeared among men. When blood was offered forth, came they to dwell among men in the form of man. They moved amongst us, but only to sight were they as our men, serpent-headed when the glamour was lifted. Appearing to man as men among men, crept they into the councils, taking forms like unto men, slaying by their arts the chiefs of kingdoms, taking their form and ruling over man. Only by magic could they be discovered, only by sound could their faces be seen. Sent they were from the kingdom of shadows to destroy man and rule in his place. But know ye, the masters were mighty in magic, able to lift the veil from the face of the serpent, able to send him back to his place. Came they to man and taught him the secret word that only a man can pronounce. Swift then they lifted the veil from the serpent and cast him forth from the place among men. Yet, beware, the serpent still liveth in a place that is open at times to the world unseen. They walk among thee in places where the rites have been set again. As time passes onward, shall they take the semblance of men, called may they be by the masters who know the white or the black. But only the white master may control and bind them while in the flesh. Seek not the kingdom of shadows, for evil will surely appear. For only the master of brightness shall conquer the shadow of fear. No, yield not, my brother, that fear is an obstacle great. In the brightness of the master of all, the shadow will soon disappear. Hear ye and heed my wisdom, the voice of light is clear. Seek not the valley of shadow, and light will only appear. List you, O man, to the depth of my wisdom, speak I of knowledge hidden from man. Far have I been on my journey through space-time, even to the end of space of this cycle. There I glimpsed the helms of the barrier, lying in wait for he who would pass them, in that space where time exists not. Faintly I sense the guardians of cycles move, for free are they, not of the dimension strange and terrible, nor the helms of the barrier. Follow the consciousness to the limits of space. Think not to escape by entering your body, for follow they fast the soul through angles. Only the circle will give you protection, safe from the calls of the dwellers in angles. Once, in time past, I approached the great barrier and saw on the shores where time exists not, the formless forms of the hounds of the barrier. Hiding in the midst beyond time I found them, and they, sensing me afar off, raised themselves and gave the great bell cry that could be heard from cycle to cycle, and moved through space toward my soul. Fled I then, fast before them, back from times unthinkable. But ever after me pursued they, moving in strange angles not known to man. I, on the gray shores of time, space's end, found I the helms of the barrier, ravening for the soul who attempts the beyond. Fled I through circles, back to my body, but fast after me they followed. I, after me, the devourer, worse followed, seeking through angles to devour my soul. I know thee, man, that the soul who dares the barrier may be held in bondage by the hounds from beyond time, held till this cycle is completed and left behind when the consciousness leaves. Entered I my body, created the circles, not angles, created the form that from my form was formed, made my body into a circle, and lost the pursuers in the circles of time. But even yet, when free from my body, cautious ever must I be not to move through angles. Else my soul may never be free. No, the hounds of the barrier move only through angles, and never through curves of space. Only by moving through curves can ye escape them, for in angles they will pursue thee. O man, heed my warning, seek not to break open the gate to the beyond. Few there are who have succeeded in passing the barrier to the great light that shines beyond. Forever the dwellers seek such souls to hold in their thrall. Listen, old man, and heed my warning. See the key, to move not in angles, but in curves. And if, while free from thy body, thou hearest the sound like the bay of a hound, ringing clear and bell-like through thy being, flee back to thy body through circles. Penetrate not the mist before thou hast entered the form, into the form thou hast dwelled in youth. Thence, the cross and the circle combined, open thy mouth and use thou thy voice. Utter the word, and thou shalt be free. Only the one who of light has the fullest can hope to pass by the guards of the way, and then must he move through strange curves and angles that are formed in directions not known to man. List ye, O man, and heed my warning, attempt not to pass the guards on the way. Brother, should you seek to gain of thine own light, and make thyself ready to pass on the way. Light is dying at the ultimate end, O my brother, seek and find ever the light on the way. Part 9. The Key to Freedom of Space. List ye, O man, hear ye my voice, teaching of wisdom and light in this cycle. Teaching how to banish the darkness, teaching how to bring light into thy life. Seek ye, old man, to find the great pathway that leads to eternal life as a son. Draw ye away from the veil of darkness, seek to become a light in the world. Make of thyself a vessel for light, a focus for the sun of this space. Lift thine eyes to the cosmos, lift thine eyes to the light. Speak in the words of the dweller, the chant that calls down the light. Sing thou, the song of freedom. Sing thou the song of the soul. Create the high vibration that will make thee one with the whole. Blend thyself with the cosmos, grow into one with the light. Be thou a channel of order, a pathway of law to the world. Thy light, O man, is the great light shining through the shadow of flesh. Free must thou rise from the darkness before thou art one with the light. Shadows of darkness surround thee, life fills thee with its flow. But no, O old man, thou must arise, and forth thy body go, far to the plains that surround thee, and yet are one with thee. Look all around, and, old man, see thine own light reflected even in the darkness around thee. Thine own light pours forth through the veil. Seek thou for wisdom always. Let not thy body betray. Keep in the path of the light. Shun all the darkened way. Know that wisdom is lasting, existing since the all also began creating harmony by the law that exists in the way. List ye, O man, to the teachings of wisdom. List to the voice that speaks of past time. I shall tell the knowledge forbidden, tell ye of wisdom hidden in past time, lost in the midst of darkness around me. Know ye, O man, ye are the ultimate of all things. Only the knowledge of this was forgotten, lost when man was cast into bondage, bound and fettered by the chains of darkness. Long, long ago, I cast off my body. Wandered I free through the vastness of ether, circled the angels that hold man in bondage. No, yield not, man, ye are only a spirit. The body is nothing, the soul is all. Let not your body be a fetter. Cast off the darkness and traveling light. Cast off your body, old man, and be free. Truly a light that is one with the light. When ye are free from the fetters of darkness, and travel in space as the son of the light, then you shall know that space is not boundless, but truly bounded by angles and curves. Know ye, O man, that all that exists is only an aspect of greater things yet to come. Matter is fluid and flows like a stream, constantly changing from one thing to another. All through the ages has knowledge existed, never changed though buried in darkness, never lost though forgotten by man. Know ye that throughout the space that ye dwell in are others as great as your own, interlaced through the heart of your matter, yet separate in space of their own. Once, in time long forgotten, I opened the doorway, penetrated into other spaces, and learned of the secrets concealed deep in the essence of matter. Many mysteries are concealed. 9 are the interlocked dimensions, and 9 the cycles of space. 9 the diffusions of consciousness, and 9 the worlds within worlds. 9 are the lords of the cycles that come from above and below. Space is filled with the concealed ones, for space is divided by time. See the key to this time-space, and you shall unlock the gate. Know ye that throughout the time-space consciousness surely exists, though from our knowledge it is hidden, yet still forever does it exist. The key to worlds without is found only within, for man is the gateway of mystery, and the key that is one with the One. See ye, within the circle, use the word I shall give. Open the gateway within thee, and surely thou too shalt live. Man, thou thinkest that thou livest, but no, it is life within death, for as sure as you are bound to your body, you know life exists. Only the soul is space-free, has life that is really a life. All else is only bondage, a fetter from which to be free. Think not that man is earth-born. Though come from the earth he may be, man is spirit-born. But without knowing, he can never be free. Darkness surrounds the light-born. Darkness fetters the soul. Only the one who is seeking may ever hope to be free. Shadows around the earth, falling, darkness fills all the spaces. Shine forth the light of the man's soul, fill all the darkness of space. Ye are a son of the great light, remember, and ye shall be free. Stay not thou in the shadows, spring forth from the darkness of night. Light, let thy soul be, O son, born filled with the glory of light, freed from the bonds of darkness, a soul that is one with the light. Thou art the key to our wisdom. Within thee is all time and space. Live not in bondage to darkness. Free thou thy light form from night. Great light that fills all the cosmos, flow thou fully to man. Make of his body a light torch that shall never be quenched among men. Long in the past died wisdom, knowledge not known to man. Far to the past I traveled, into the space where time began. Solitary I knew knowledge to add to the wisdom I know, yet only I found that the future held the key to wisdom. I sought down to the halls of Amenti, I journeyed for greater knowledge. To seek, I asked of the lords of the cycles the way to wisdom. I asked the lords this question, where is the source of all? Answered me then in tones that were mighty, the voice of the Lord of the Nine. Free thou thy soul from thy body, and come forth with me to the light. Forth I came from my body a glittering flame in the night. Stood I before the lords, bathed in the fire of life. Seized was I then by a force great beyond knowledge of man. Cast was I to the abyss through spaces unknown to man. Saw I molding of order from chaos and angles of night. Saw why the light sprang from order, and heard the voice of the light. Saw why the flame of the abyss, casting forth order and light. Saw order spring out of chaos. Saw light giving forth life. Then heard I the voice, hear thou and understand. The flame is the source of all things, containing all things in potentiality. The order that set forth light is the Word, and from the Word comes life and the existence of all. Again spoke the voice, saying, The life in thee is the Word. Find thou the life within thee, and have powers to use of the Word. Long I watched the light flame pouring forth from the essence of fire, realizing that life is but order, and that man is one with the fire that giveth life. Came I to my body, stood again with the nine, listening to the voice of the cycles vibrate with powers. They spoke, No, yield not, Thoth, that life is but the word of the fire, the life force. You seek before thee is but the word in the world as a fire. Seek ye the path to the word that empowers. Surely, began then the voice of the nine, O Lord, show me the path. Give me the path to the wisdom. Show me the way to the word. Answered me then the Lord of the nine, Through order ye shall find the way. Saw ye not that the word came from chaos? Saw ye not that light came from fire? Look in thy life for disorder, balance and order thy life. Quell all the chaos of emotions, and thou shalt have order in life. Order brought forth from chaos will bring the word of the source, give thee the power of cycles, and make of thy soul a force that, free, will extend through the ages, a perfected sun from the source. Listened I to the voice, and deep sank the words in my heart. Forever have I sought order that I might draw on the word. Know ye that he who attains it must ever be in order, for use of the word through disorder never and can never be. Taking these words, old man, as part of thy life, let them be. Seek thee to conquer disorder, and one with the word thou shalt be. Put forth the effort, and, gaining light on the pathway of life, seek to be one with the sun. Seek to be solely the light. Hold thou thyself on the oneness of light with the body of man. Know that all is order from chaos born into light. Part 10. The Key of Time. List ye, old man, take of my wisdom. Learn of the deep hidden mysteries of space. Learn of the thought that grew in the abyss, bringing order and harmony in space. Know ye, O man, that all exists as being only because of the law. Know ye the law, and ye shall be free. Never be bound by the fetters of night. Far through strange spaces have I journeyed into the deep of the abyss of time, learning strange and yet stranger mysteries, until in the end all was revealed. Know ye that mystery is only mystery when it is knowledge unknown to man. When ye have plumbed the heart of all mystery, knowledge and wisdom will surely be thine. Seek and learn that time is the secret whereby ye may be free of this space. Long have I sought wisdom, and I shall seek eternity. For know that ever before me, receding, shall move the goal I seek to attain. Even the lords of the cycles know that not yet have they reached the goal. For with all of their wisdom, they know that truth ever grows. Once, in a past time, I spoke to the dweller. I asked of the mystery of time and space. I asked him to question the surge in my being, saying, O Master, what is time? Then to me spoke the Master, saying, Know ye, O Thoth, in the beginning there was void and nothingness, a timeless, spaceless nothingness. And into the nothingness came a thought, purposeful, all-pervading, and it filled the void. There existed no matter, only force, a movement, a vortex or vibration of the purposeful thought that filled the void. And I questioned the master, saying, Was this thought eternal? And answered me the dweller, saying, In the beginning there was eternal thought and forethought. To be eternal, time must exist. So into the all-pervading thought grew the law of time. Time which exists through all space, floating in a smooth rhythmic movement that is eternally in a state of fixation. Time changes not, but all things change in time. For time is the force that holds events separate, each in its own proper place. Time is not in motion, but ye move through time as your consciousness moves from one event to another. I, by time, yet exist, all in all eternal one existence. Know ye that even though in the time era ye are separate, ye still are one in all times existent. Then ceased the voice of the dweller and departed. I to ponder on time, for now I knew that in these words lay wisdom and a way to explore the mysteries of time. Oft did I ponder the words of the dweller. Then saw I, to solve the mystery of time, found I that time moves through strange angles. Yet only by curves could I hope to attain the key that would give me access to the time-space. Found I that only by moving upward, and yet again by moving rightward, could I be free from the time of the movement forth. I came from out of my body, moved in the movements that changed me in time. Strange were the sights I saw in my journeys. Many the mysteries that opened to view. I saw a man's beginning, learned from the past that nothing is new. Seek ye, O man, to learn the pathway that leads through the spaces that are formed forth in time. Forget not, old man, with all of thy seeking, that light is the goal ye shall seek to attain. Search for the light on thy pathway, and ever for the goal shall endure. Let not thine heart turn ever to darkness. Light let thine soul be a sun on the way. Know ye that eternal brightness ye shall ever find thy soul's hidden light, never fettered by bondage or darkness. Ever it shines forth, a sun of the light. I know though hidden in darkness, your soul, a spark of the true flame, exists. Be ye one with the greatest of all lights, buying at the source, the end of thy goal. Light is life, for without the great light nothing can ever exist. Know ye that in all formed matter, the heart of light always exists. Even though bound in the darkness, inherent light always exists. Once I stood in the halls of Amenti and heard the voice of the lords of Amenti, saying in tones that rang through the silence, words of power, mighty and potent. Chanted they the song of the cycles, the words that opened the path to beyond. I saw the great path opened and looked for the instant into the beyond. Saw why the movements of the cycles, vast as the thought of the source, could convey new. Even infinity is moving on to some unthinkable end. Saw why that the cosmos is order and part of a movement that extends to all space. A part of an order of orders constantly moving in a harmony of space. Saw I the willing of cycles like vast circles across the sky. Knew I then that all that is being is growing to meet yet another being in a far-off grouping of space and time. Knew I then that in words are power to open the planes that are hidden from man. That even in words lies hidden the key that will open above and below. A key now, man, this word I leave with thee. Use it, and you shall find power in its sound. Say ye the word is in you, and power you shall find. Yet must you understand that man is of light and light is of man. List ye and hear a mystery stranger than all that lies neath the sun. Know ye, O man, that all space is filled by worlds within worlds, one within the other, yet separate by law. Once, in my search for deep buried wisdom, I opened the door that bars them from man. Called I from the other planes of being one who was fairer than the daughters of men. Called her from out of the spaces to shine as a light in the world of men. Used I the drum of the serpent war. I the robe of purple and gold placed on my head. I the crown of silver around me, the circle of cinnabar shone. Raised I my arms and cried the invocation that opens the path to the plains beyond. Cried to the lords of the signs in their houses, lords of the two horizons, watchers of the treble gates. Stand you one at the right and one at the left as the star rises to his throne and rules over his sign. I, thou dark prince of Aralu, open the gates of the dim hidden land and release her whom you keep imprisoned. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye, dark lords and shining ones, and by their secret names. Names which I know and can pronounce, hear ye and obey my will. Lit 8 with flame my circle, and called her in the space plains beyond, daughter of light, returned from Aralu. 7 times and 7 times have I passed through the fire. Food have I not eaten, water I have not drunk. I call thee from Aralu, from the realms of Akashagol. I summon the Lady of Light. Then before me rose the dark figures, the figures of the lords of Aralu. Parted they before me, and forth came the Lady of Light, free now from the lords of the night. Free to live in the light of the earth's sun, free to live as a child of the light. Hear ye and listen, O my children. Magic is knowledge, and only is law. Be not afraid of the power within thee, for it follows law as the stars in the sky. Know ye that to be without knowledge, wisdom is magic and not of the law. But know ye that every by your knowledge can approach closer to a place in the sun. List, O my children, follow my teaching, ever seeker of light. Shine in the world of men, all around thee a light on the path that shall shine among men. Follow ye and learn of my magic. Know that all force is dying if thou wilt fear not the path that leads thee to knowledge, but rather shun the dark road. Light is thine, old man, for the taking. Cast off the fetters, and thou shalt be free. Know ye that thy soul is living in bondage, fettered by fears that hold thee in thrall. Open thy eyes and see the great sunlight. Be not afraid, for all is thine own. Fear is the lord of the dark Aralu to he who never faced the dark. Fear, I know, has existence created by those who are bound by their fears. Shake off thy bondage, O children, and walk in the light of the glorious day. Never turn thy thoughts to the darkness, and surely ye shall be one with the light. Man is only what he believeth, a brother of darkness or a child of the light. Come thou into the light, my children. Walk in the pathway that leads to the sun. Part now, and list to the wisdom. Use thou the word I have given unto thee. Use it, and surely thou shalt find power and wisdom and light to walk in the way. Seek thee and find the key I have given, and ever shalt thou be a child of the light. Hear ye and list ye, O children of Kim, the words that I give that shall. Part 11. The key to above and below. Bring you to the light. Ye know old men that I knew, your fathers in a time long ago. Deathless have I been through all the ages, living among ye since your knowledge began. Leading you upward to the light of the great soul have I ever striven. Drawing me from out of the darkness of night, no yield people amongst whom I walk, that I thought have all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom known to man since the ancient days. Keeper have I been of the secrets of the great race, holder of the key that leads into life. Bring her up have I been to ye, O my children, even from the darkness of the ancient of days. List now to the words of my wisdom. List now to the message I bring. Hear ye now the words I give thee, and you shall be raised from the darkness to light. Far in the past, when I first came to thee, found I in caves of rocks. Lifted I by my power and wisdom until thou didst shine as men among men. Found I without any knowing, only a little where ye raised beyond beasts. Fanned I ever the spark of thy consciousness until at last she flamed as men. Now shall I speak to the knowledge ancient beyond the thought of thy race. Know ye that we of the great race had and have knowledge that is more than man's wisdom. We gained from the star-born race's wisdom and knowledge far beyond man. Down to us had descended the masters of wisdom as far beyond us as I am from thee. List now while I give you wisdom, use it, and free thou shalt be. Know ye that in the pyramid I built it are the keys that shall show you the way into life. I draw a line from the great image, I build it to the apex of the pyramid built as a gateway. Draw ye another opposite in the same angle and direction. Dig ye and find that which I have hidden. There shall ye find the underground entrance to the secrets hidden before ye were men. Tell ye now of the mystery of cycles that move in movements that are strange to the finite. For infinite are they beyond knowledge of man. Know ye that there are 9 of the cycles, 9 above and 14 below, moving in harmony to the place of joining that shall exist in the future of time. Know ye that the lords of the cycles are units of consciousness sent from the others to unify this with the All-Highest. Are they of the consciousness of all the cycles working in harmony with the law? Know they that in time all will be perfected, having none above and none below, but all one in a perfected infinity, a harmony of all and the oneness of all. Deep neath the earth's surface in the halls of Amenti sit the 7, the lords of the cycles, and another, the Lord from below. Yet know thee that in infinity there is neither above nor below, but ever there is and ever shall be oneness of all. When all is complete. Oft have I stood before the lords of the all. Oft at the front of their wisdom have drunken and filled both my body and soul with their light. Spake they to me and told me of cycles and the law that gives them the means to exist. I spake to me the Lord of the 9, saying, Oath, oath, great are ye among earth children, but mysteries exist of which ye know not. Ye know that he came from a space-time below this, and know ye shall travel to a space-time beyond. But little ye know of the mysteries within them, little ye know of the wisdom beyond. Know ye that ye as a whole in the consciousness are only a cell in the process of growth. The consciousness below thee is ever expanding in different ways from those known to thee. It grows as a result of thy growth, but not in the same way that thy cycle grows. The growth that thou had and have in the present have brought into being a cause and effect. No consciousness follows the path of those before it, else all would be repetition in vain. Each consciousness in the cycle that exists follows its own path to the ultimate goal. Each plays its part in the plan of the cosmos. Each plays its part in the ultimate, in the Father, the cycle, the greater. Its knowledge and ability to blend the law of the whole. Know ye that ye and the cycles below us are working the minor parts of the law, while we have the cycle that extends to infinity. Take of the striving and build greater law. Each has his own part to play in the cycles. Each has his work to complete in his way. The cycle below thee is yet not below thee, but only formed for a need that exists. Know ye that the fountain of wisdom that sends forth the cycles is eternally seeking new powers to gain. Ye know that knowledge is gained only by practice, and wisdom comes forth only from knowledge. And thus are the cycles created by law. Means are they for the gaining of knowledge, for the plane of law that is the source of the all. The cycle below is not truly below, but only different in space and in time. The consciousness there is working and testing lesser things than those ye are. And know just as ye are working on greater, so above ye are those who are also working as ye are on yet other laws. The difference that exists between the cycles is only inability to work with the law. We who have being in cycles beyond thee are those who first came forth for the source, and have in the passage through time and space gained ability to use laws of the greater that are far beyond the conception of man. Nothing there is that is really below thee, but only a different operation of law. Look above or look below, the same shall ye find, for all is but part of the oneness that is at the source of the law. The consciousness below thee is part of thine own, as we are a part of thine. Ye as a child had not the knowledge that came to ye when ye became a man. Compare ye the cycles to man in his journey from birth to death, and see in the cycle below thee the child with the knowledge he has. And see yourself as the child grown older, advancing in knowledge as mine passes on. See we also the child grown to manhood with the knowledge and wisdom that came with the years. So also are the cycles of consciousness children in different stages of growth, yet all from the one source, the wisdom, and all to the wisdom returning. Ceased then he from speaking, and sat in the silence that comes to the Lord's. Then again spake he unto me, saying, O Thoth, long have we sat in a mint guarding the flame of life in the halls. Yet now we are still part of our cycles, with our vision reaching them, to them and beyond. I know we that of all nothing else matters excepting the growth we can gain with our soul. No, the flesh is fleeting. The things men count great are nothing to us. The things we seek are not of the body, but are only the perfected state of the soul. When ye as men can learn that nothing but progress of soul can count in the end, then truly ye are free from all bondage, free to work in a harmony of law. No, O man, you should aim at perfection, for only thus can ye attain to the goal. Though you should know that nothing is perfect, yet it should be thy aim and thy goal. Sayest again the voice of the nine, and into my consciousness the words had sunk. Now seek I ever more wisdom that I may be perfect in law with thee all. Soon go I down to the halls of Amenti to live beneath the cold flower of life. Ye whom I have taught shall never more see me. Yet live I forever in the wisdom I taught. All that man is because of his wisdom. All that he shall be is the result of his calls. Listen now to my voice and become greater than common man. Lift thine eyes upward. Let light fill thy being. Be thou ever children of light. Only by effort shall ye grow upward to the plane where light is the all of the all. Ye the master of all that surrounds thee. Never be mastered by the effects of thy life. Create then ever more perfect causes, and in time shalt thou be a son of the light free. Let 9 souls soar ever upward, free from the bondage and fetters of night. Lift thine eyes to the sun in the sky. Space for thee let it be a symbol of life. Know that thou art the greater light perfect in thine own sphere. When thou art free, look not ever into the blackness. Lift up thine eyes to the space above. Free let 9 lights flame upward, and shalt thou be a child of the light. List ye, O man, to the words of. Part 12. The Law of Cause and Effect and the Key of Prophecy. My wisdom, list to the voice of Thoth the Atlantean. Concord have I the law of time-space. Knowledge have I gained of the future of time. Know I that man in his movement through space-time shall ever be one with the all. Know ye, old man, that all of the future is an open book to him who can read. All effect shall bring forth its causes, as all effects grew from the first cause. Know ye the future is not fixed or stable, but varies as causes bring forth an effect. Look in the cause thou shalt bring into being, and surely thou shalt see that all is effect. So, O man, be sure the effects that ye bring forth are ever causes of more perfect effects. Know ye the future is never in fixation, but follows man's free will as it moves through the movements of time-space toward the goal wherein new time begins. Man can only read the future through the causes that bring the effects. See the key within the causation, and surely ye shall find the effects. List ye, O man, while I speak of the future, speak of the effect that follows the cause. Know ye that man in his journey, lightward, is ever seeking escape from the night that surrounds him like the shadows that surround the stars in the sky. Like the stars in the sky space, he too shall shine from the shadows of night. Ever his destiny shall lead him onward until he is one with the light. Though his way lies midst the shadows, ever before him glows the great light. Dark though the way be, yet shall he conquer the shadows that flow around him like night. Far in the future, I see man as light-born, free from the darkness that fetters the soul, living in light without the bounds of the darkness to cover the light that is the light of their soul. Know ye, O man, before ye attain this, that many the dark shadows shall fall on your light, striving to quench with the shadows of darkness the light of the soul that strives to be free. Great is the struggle between light and darkness, age-old and yet ever new. Yet knowing time, far in the future light shall be all, and darkness shall fall. List ye, O man, to my words of wisdom. Prepare, and you shall not bind your light. Man has risen and man has fallen, as ever new ways of consciousness will flow from the great abyss below us toward the sun of their goal. Ye, my children, have risen from a state that was little above the beast. Until now, of all men, ye are greatest. Yet before thee were others greater than thee. Yet still I say, before the others have fallen, so also ye come to an end. And upon the land where ye dwell now, barbarians shall dwell and in turn rise to light. Forgotten shall be the ancient wisdom, yet ever shall live though hidden from men. Aye, in the land thou criest Kim, races shall rise and races shall fall. Forgotten shalt thou be of the children of men. Yet thou shalt have moved to a star space beyond this, leaving behind this place where thou hast dwelt. The soul of man moves ever onward, found not by any one star, but ever moving to the great goal before him, where he is dissolved in the light of the all. Know ye that ye shall ever go onward, moved by the law of cause and effect, until in the end both become one. And after ye have gone, others shall move in the places he lived. Knowledge and wisdom shall all be forgotten, and only a memory of God shall survive. As I to thee, my God, by my knowledge, so ye too shall be gods of the future because of your knowledge far above theirs. Yet know ye that all through the ages man shall have access to law when he will. Ages to come shall see revival of wisdom to those who shall inherit their place on this star. They shall in turn come into wisdom and learn to banish the darkness by light. Yet greatly must they strive through the ages to bring into themselves the freedom of light. Then shall there come to man the great warfare that shall make the earth tremble and shake in its course. Then shall the dark brothers open the warfare between light and the night. When man again shall conquer the ocean and fly in the air on wings like the birds. When he has learned to harness the lightning, then shall the time of warfare begin. Great shall the battle be twixt the forces great, the warfare of darkness and light. Nation shall rise against nation, using the dark forces to shatter the earth. Weapons of force shall wipe out the earth man until half of the races of men shall be gone. Then shall come forth the sons of the morning and give their edict to the children of men, saying, O men, cease from thy striving against thy brother. Only thus can ye come to the light. Cease from thy unbelief, O my brother, and follow the path, and know ye are right. Then shall men cease from their striving, brother against brother, and father against son. Then shall the ancient home of my people rise from its place beneath the dark ocean waves. Then shall the age of light be unfolded with all men seeking the light of the goal. Then shall the brothers of light rule the people. Vanished shall be the darkness of night. I, the children of men, shall progress onward and upward to the great goal. Children of light shall they become. Flame of the flame shall their souls ever be. Knowledge and wisdom shall be man's in the great age. For he shall approach the eternal flame, the source of all wisdom, the place of beginning that is yet one with the end of all things. Any time that is yet unborn, all shall be one, and one shall be all. Man, a perfect flame of this cosmos, shall move forward to a place in the stars. I shall move even from out of the space-time into another beyond the stars. Long have you listened to me, all my children. Long have you listened to the wisdom of Thoth. Now I depart from me into darkness. Now go I to the halls of Amenti, there to dwell in the future when light shall come into man. Yet know ye my spirit shall ever be with thee, guiding thy feet in the pathway of light. Guard you the secrets I leave with thee, and surely my spirit will guard thee through life. Keep thine eyes ever on the pathway to wisdom. Keep the light as thy goal evermore, that are not thy soul in bondage of darkness. Free let it wing in his flight to the stars. Now I depart thee to dwell in Amenti. Be thou, my children, in this life and the next. The time will come when ye too shall be deathless, living from age to age, a light among men. Guard ye the entrance to the halls of Amenti. Guard ye the secrets I have hidden among ye. Let not the wisdom be cast to barbarians. Secret shalt thou keep it for those who seek light. Now the part one receive. Thou, my blessing. Take thou my way and follow the light. Blend all by so in the great essence one with the great light. Let thy consciousness be. Call thou on me when thou dost need me. Use my name 3 times in a row. Check 10-hour release Vimla. Take this, O man, hear ye the wisdom. Hear ye the word that shall fill thee with life. Hear ye the word that shall banish the darkness. Hear ye the voice that shall banish the night. Part 13. The Keys of Life and Death. Mystery and wisdom have I brought to my children. Knowledge and power descended from old. Know ye not that all shall be open when ye shall find the oneness of all? One shall ye be with the masters of mystery, conquerors of death, and masters of life. You shall learn of the flower of Amenti, the blossom of life that shines in the halls in spirit. Shall ye reach the halls of Amenti, and bring back the wisdom that liveth in light. Know ye the gateway to power is secret. Know ye the gateway to life is through death. Aye, through death, but not as ye know death, but a death that is life and is fire and is light. Desire thou to know the deep hidden secret? Look in thy heart where the knowledge is bound. Know that in thee the secret is hidden, the source of all life and the source of all death. List ye, O man, while I tell the secret. Reveal unto thee the secret of old. Deep in earth's heart lies the flower, the source of the spirit that binds all in its form. For know ye that the earth is living in body as thou art alive in thine own form. Form the flower of life is thine own place of spirit. It streams through the earth as mind flows through thy form, giving of life to the earth and its children, renewing the spirit from form into form. This is the spirit that is form of thy body shaping and molding into its form. Know ye, O man, that the form is dual, balanced in polarity while formed in its form. Know that when fast on the death approaches, it is only because the balance is shaken. It is only because one pole has been lost. Know that thy body, when in perfect balance, may never be touched by the finger of death. Even accident may only approach when the balance is gone. When you are in balanced equilibrium, you live on in time and not taste of death. Know that thou art the balance, completion existing because of thy balance of poles. As in the one pole is drawn downward fast from the ego's the balance of life, then into the cold death approaches, and change must come to thine unbalanced life. Know that the secret of life in Amenti is the secret of restoring the balance of poles. And all that exists has formed and is living because of the spirit of life in his poles. See ye not that in earth's heart is the balance of all things that exist and have in being? On its face the source of thy spirit is drawn from earth's heart. For in thy form thou art one with the earth. When thou hast learned to hold thine own balance, then thou shalt draw on the balance of earth. Exist then shalt thou while earth is existing, changing in form only. When earth too shall change, tasting not of death, but one with this planet, holding thy form to all pass away. List ye, O man, whilst I give the secret, so that ye too shall taste not of death. 1 hour each day shalt thou lie with thine head pointed to the place of the positive pole, north. 1 hour each day shalt thy head be pointed to the place of the negative pole, south. Whilst thy head is placed to the northward, hold thou thy consciousness from the chest to the head. And when thy head is placed southward, hold thou thy thought from chest to feet. Hold thou in balance once in each 7, and thy balance will retain the whole of its strength. If thou hold thy body, will freshen, and thy strength will become as a youth. This is the secret known to the masters by which they hold off the fingers of death. Neglect not to follow the path I have shown, for when thou hast passed beyond years to 100, to neglect it will mean the coming of death. Hear ye my words and follow the pathway. Keep thee all by balanced and live on in life here, ye old man, and list to my voice. List to the wisdom that gives thee of death. When at the end of thy work appointed, thou may desire to pass from this life. Ask to the plain where the sons of the morning live, and have being as children of light. Pass without pain and pass without sorrow into the plain where is eternal light. First lie at rest with thine head to the eastward. Fold thou thy hands at the source of thy life. Place thou thy consciousness in the life seat. Whirl it and divide to north and to south. Send thou the one out toward the northward. Send out the other out to the south. Relax, and there hold upon thy being. Forth from thy form will thy silver spark fly upward and onward to the sun of the morning, blending with light at one with his source. There it shall flame till desire shall be created, then shall return to a place and a form. Know ye, O man, that thus pass the great souls, changing at will from life unto life. Thus ever passes the avatar, willing his death as he wills his own life. List ye, O man, drink of my wisdom. Learn ye the secret that is master of time, learning how those eco-masters are able to remember the lives of the past. Great is the secret, yet easy to master, giving to thee the mastery of time. When upon the death fast approaches, fear not, but know ye, O master of death. Relax thy body, resist not with tension. Place in thy heart the flame of thy soul. Swiftly then sweep it to the seat of the triangle. Hold for a moment, then move to the goal. This thy goal is the place between 9 eyebrows, the place where the memory of life must hold sway. Hold thou thy flame here in thy brain's seat until the fingers of death grasp thy soul. Then as thou pass through the state of transition, surely the memories of life shall pass. Then shall the past be as one with the present. Then shall the memory of all be retained. Free shalt thou be from all retrogression. The things of the past shall live in today, man. Ye have heard the voice of my wisdom. Follow, and ye shall live through the ages as I. Part 14. Atlantis. List ye, O man, to the deep hidden wisdom lost to the world since the time of the dwellers, lost and forgotten by men of this age. Know ye this earth is but a portal guarded by powers unknown to man. Yet the dark lords hide the entrance that leads to the heaven-born land. Know ye the way to the sphere of Erilu is guarded by barriers opened only to light-born man upon earth. I am the holder of the keys to the gates of the sacred land. Command I by the powers beyond me to leave the keys to the world of man before I depart. I give you the secrets of how ye may rise from the bondage of darkness. Cast off the fetters of flesh that had bound me. Rise from the darkness into the light. Know ye the soul must be cleansed of its darkness. Hear ye, may enter the portals of light. Thus I established among ye the mystery, so that the secrets may always be found. I, the man, may fall into darkness, always the light will shine as a guide. Hidden in darkness, veiled in symbols, always the way to the portal will be found. Man in the future will deny the mysteries, but always the way, the secret, will find. Now I command you to maintain my secrets, giving only to those ye have tested, so that the pure may not be corrupted, so that the power of truth may prevail. List now to the unveiling of mystery. List to the symbols of mystery I give. Make of it a religion, for only thus will its essence remain. Regions there are two between this life and the great one. Traveled by the souls who depart from this earth due at the home of the powers of illusion. Seek at Hitspit, the house of the gods Osiris, the symbol of the god of the portal who turns back the souls of unworthy men. Beyond lies the sphere of the heaven-born powers Erelu, the land where the great ones have passed. There when my work among men is finished, I will join the great ones of my ancient home. 7 are the mansions of the house of the mighty. 3 guards the portal of each house from the darkness. 15 the ways that lead to do it. 12 are the houses of the lords of illusion facing 4 ways, each of them different. 40 are the great powers judging the dead who seek for the portal. 4 are the sons of Horus. 2 are the guards of the east and west of Isis, the mother who pleads for her children. Queen of the moon reflecting the sun. Ba is the essence living forever. Ka is the shadow that man knows. His life Ba cometh not, and Tika is incarnate. These are mysteries to preserve through the ages. Keys are they of life and of death. Hear ye now the mystery of mysteries. Learn of the circle, beginningless and endless, the form of he who is one and in all. Listen and hear it go forth and apply it. Thus will ye travel the way that I go. Mystery and mystery yet clear to the light-born. The secret of all I now will reveal. I will declare a secret to the initiated, but let the door be wholly shut against the profane. 3 is the mystery come from the Great One. Here enlightenment will dawn in the primeval dwell. 3 unities other than these none can exist. These are the equilibrium source of creation, one God, one truth, one point of freedom. 3 come forth from the 3 of the balance. All life, all good, all power. 3 are the qualities of God in his light home, infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite love. There are the powers given to the masters to transmute evil, assist good, use discrimination. 3 are the things inevitable for God to perform, manifest power of wisdom and love. 3 are the powers creating all things. Divine love possessed a perfect knowledge, divine wisdom knowing all possible means, divine power possessed by the joint will of divine love and wisdom. 3 are the circles of existence. The circle of light where dwells nothing but God, and only God can transfer it. The circle of chaos where all things by nature arise from death, and the circle of awareness where all things spring from life, all things animate. These are the 3 states of existence: chaos or death, liberty and humanity, and felicity of heaven. 3 necessities control all things beginning in the great deep, the circle of chaos, plenitude in heaven. 3 are the paths of the soul, man, liberty, light. 3 are the hindrances: lack of endeavor to obtain knowledge, non-attachment to God, attachment to evil and man. The 3 are manifest. 3 are the kings of power within. 3 are the chambers of the mysteries found yet not found in the body of man. Hear ye now of he who is liberated, freed from the bondage of life into light, knowing the source of all worlds shall be open. Even the gates of Erelu shall not be barred. Yet he, old man, who wouldst enter heaven, if ye be not worthy, better it be to fall into the fire. Know ye the celestials pass through the pure flame at every revolution of the heavens. They bathe in the fountains of light. List ye, O man, to this mystery. Long in the past, before ye were man-born, I jeweled in ancient and lawn ice. There in the temple I drank of the wisdom poured as a fountain of light from the dweller. Gave the key to a sin, to the presence of light in the great world. Stood I before the Holy One enthroned in the flower of fire. Veiled was he by the lightnings of darkness, else my soul by the glory had been shattered. Forth from the feet of his throne like the diamond rolled forth for rivers of flame. From his footstool rolled through the channels of clouds to the man world. Filled was the hall with spirits of heaven. Wonder of wonders was the starry palace above the sky. Like a rainbow of fire and sunlight were formed the spirits, saying they, the glories of the Holy One. Then from the midst of the fire came a voice, behold the glory of the first cause. I beheld that light high above all darkness, reflected in my own being. I attained, as it were, to the God of all gods, the Spirit Son, the sovereign of the sun spheres. Again came the voice, there is one, even the first who hath no beginning, who hath no end, who hath made all things, who govern all, who is good, who is just, who illumines, who sustains. Then from the throne there poured a great radiance surrounding and lifting my soul by its power. Swiftly I moved through the spaces of heaven. Shown was I the mystery of mysteries. Shown the secret heart of the cosmos. Carried was I to the land of Erelil. Stood before the lords in their houses. Opened a doorway so that I might glimpse the primeval chaos. Shuddered my soul to the vision of horror. Shrank back my soul from the ocean of darkness. Then saw I the need for the barriers. Saw the need for the lords of Erelil. Only they with their infinite balance could stand in the way of the imploring chaos. Only they could guard God's creation. Then that I passed around the circle of 8. Saw all the souls who had conquered the darkness. Saw the splendor of light where they dwelled. Long died to take my place in their circle, but long died also for the way I had chosen. When I stood in the halls of Amenti and made my choice to the work I would do past, I passed from the halls of Erelil down to the earth space where my body later rose. From the earth where I rested stood I before the dweller. Gave my pledge to renounce my great right until my work on earth was completed, until the age of darkness be past. List ye, O man, to the words I shall give you. In them shall ye find the essence of life. Before I return to the halls of Amenti talk shall ye be the secrets of secrets, how ye too may arise to the light. Preserve them and guard them. Hide them in symbols so the profane will laugh and renounce. In every land for me the mysteries make the way hard for the secret to tread. Thus will the weak and the wavering be rejected. Thus will the secrets be hidden and guarded held till the time when the will shall be turned through the dark ages. Waiting and watching, my spirit shall remain in the deep hidden land. When one has passed all the trials of the outer, summing me by the key that ye hold, then will I, the initiator, answer, come from the halls of the gods and Amenti. Then will I receive the initiate. Give him the words of power. Hark, remember these words of warning. Bring not to me one lacking in wisdom, impure in heart, or weak in his purpose. Else I will withdraw from you your power to summon me from the place of my sleeping. Go forth and conquer the element of darkness. Exalt in thy nature, thine essence of light. Now go ye forth and summon my brothers, so that I may impart the wisdom to light thy path. When my presence is gone, come to the chamber beneath my temple. Eat not food until 3 days are past. There will I give thee the essence of wisdom, so that with power you may shine amongst men. There I will give unto thee the secrets, so that ye too may rise to the heavens, Godman and truth as an essence. I depart now, and leave me while I summon those ye know of, but as yet know not. Part 15, Secret of Secrets. Now he assembles my children, waiting to hear the secret of secrets which shall give you power to unfold the God-man. give you the way to eternal life. Plainly shall I speak of the unveiled mysteries. No dark saying shall I give unto thee. Open thine ears now, my children, hear and obey the words that I give. First I shall speak of the fetters of darkness which bind ye in chains to the sphere of the earth. Darkness and light are both of one nature, different only in seeming. For each arose from the source of all. Darkness is disorder, light is order. Darkness transmuted is light of the light. This, my children, your purpose and being, transmutation of darkness to light. Hear ye now the mystery of nature, the relations of life to the earth where it dwells. Know ye are threefold in nature, physical, astral, and mental. In 1/3 are the qualities of each of the natures 9 in all. As above, so below. In the physical are these channels, the blood which moves in vortical motion reacting on the heart to continue its beating. Magnetism which moves through the nerve paths, carrier of energies to all cells and tissues. Akasa which flows through channels subtle yet physical, completing the channels. Each of the three attuned with each other, each affecting the life of the body form. They, the skeletal framework through which the subtle ether flows. In their mastery lies the secret of life in the body, relinquished only by will of the adept when his purpose in living is done. 3 are the natures of the astral. Mediator is between above and below, not of the physical, not of the spiritual, but able to move above and below. 3 are the natures of mind, carrier yet of the will of the Great One, arbiter of cause and effect in thy life. Thus is formed the threefold being directed from above by the power of 4. Above and beyond man's threefold nature lies the realm of the spiritual self. For is it in qualities shining in each of the planes of existence? But 13 and 1, the mystical number based on the qualities of man, are the brothers. Each shall direct unfoldment of being. Each shall channel be of the Great One. On earth man is in bondage, bound by space and time to the earth plane. Encircling each planet, a wave of vibration binds him to his plane of involvement. Yet within man is the key to releasement. Within man may freedom be found. When ye have released the self from the body, rise to the outermost bounds of your earth plane. Speak ye the word Doriolilla. Then for a time your light will be lifted free. May ye pass the barriers of space. For a time of half the sun free, may ye pass the barriers of earth plane. See and know those who are beyond thee. Yeah, the highest worlds may you pass. See your own possible heights of unfoldment. Though all earthly futures of soul bound are ye in your body, but by the power ye may be free. This is the secret whereby bondage shall be replaced by freedom for thee. Come, let thy mind be at rest. Be thy body conscious only of freedom from flesh. Center thy being on thy goal of thy longing. Think over and over that thou wouldst be free. Think of this word, but illegon, over and over in thy mind. Let it sound, drift with the sound to the place of thy longing, free from the bondage of flesh by thy will. Hear ye while I give the greatest of secrets, how ye may enter the halls of Amenti, enter the place of the immortals as I did. Stand before the lords in their places. Lie down and rest of thy body. Calm thy mind so no thought disturbs thee. Pyramus GB in mind and in purpose, else only failure will come into the vision of mind. As I have told in my tablets, along with fullness of heart to be there. Stand before the lords in thy mind's eye. Pronounce the words of power I give. Makuta el Shab el Helser ben Elsa Brut Zen Ephraim Karel. Relax thy mind and thy body, then be sure your soul will be called. Now give I the key to Shambhala, the place where my brothers live in the darkness. Darkness, but filled with light of the sun. Darkness of earth, but light of the spirit guides. For ye, when my day is gone, leave thou thy body as I have taught thee. Pass to the barriers of the deep hidden place. stand before the gates and their guardians. Command thy entrance by these words. I am the light, in me is no darkness. Free me of the bondage of night. Open thou the way of the 12 and the 1, so that I may pass to the realm of wisdom. When they refuse thee, as surely they will, command them to open by these words of power. I am the light for me, no barriers open. I command by the secret of secrets. Edom Elohim Sabaro Sugiyama. Then if thy words have been truth of the highest, open for thee the barriers will fall. Now I leave thee, my children, down yet up to the hall shall I go. When ye the way to me, my children, truly my brothers shall you become. Thus finish I my writings. Keys let them be to those who come after, but only to those who seek my wisdom. For only for these am I the key and the way. Thank you for listening to this full audiobook. I hope you loved it. Please subscribe for more future audiobooks.